India defeated Afghanistan by an innings and 300 runs and recorded their biggest win in Test cricket in regards to an innings victory. Hello and welcome to Revsportz. I am Shubhan Chakravarti, and here in Mullapur, which hosted its first ever Test match, lasted only for 3 days, but it was a complete domination by the Indian team, and they showed Afghanistan where they are lacking in Test cricket. The grit, the resilience, the skill set required for Test cricket, and Afghanistan would feel they are lagging way behind in terms of playing against top level of Test teams in the world. If we talk about the talking points, five major talking points from this Test match, then it has to be number one, has to be Manav Suthar, the player of the match on his debut Test match, and what a sensational debut he has had. 7 wickets in total. If we talk about Manav's wickets in the entire Test match, 6 wickets for 33 runs in first innings and 1 wicket in the second innings. He did not bowl a lot in the second innings, which was heavily carried by Washington Sundar and Kuldeep Yadav. But in the first wicket, he became only the 7th spinner and 10th overall Indian bowler to pick up a 5 for in his Test debut innings. He registered the second best bowling figures by an Indian bowler on his maiden Test innings, which is, of course, the record still stands with Narendra Hirwani in 1988. He picked up a 8 for, but Manav Suthar finished with 6 for 33 in his first innings and 7 wickets overall in this Test match. He contributed with the bat as well, 20 odd run knock in the first innings. But overall, if you have to talk about the major takeaways, India would feel like they have found their fourth spinner for the Sri Lanka tour. Sitanshu Kotak in the press conference praised Manav Suthar for getting his basics right. His basics are very strong. He is very consistent in delivering where he wants to deliver, and has the fundamentals of becoming a great Test bowler. So a word of praise from the batting coach as well, and of course he picked up the player of the match as well. The number 2 point centuries from KL Rahul and Shubman Gill in the first innings, and a strong showing. KL Rahul is the third highest run scorer for India since 2024, whereas Shubman Gill is sitting in the second spot in regards to runs, the bulk of runs scored. And Shubman Gill is continuing his rich run of form, which he showcased in England last year, whereas KL Rahul has been the Mr. Dependable as an opener for the Indian Test side. So both of them continuing to score runs, big runs, hundreds in Test cricket. Rishabh Pant and Sai Sudarshan both scored 81, and they would be a tad disappointed to not convert it into a triple-digit score. But overall, if we talk about Washington Sundar as well, the way he batted in the first innings, very compact, 52 unbeaten of 68 deliveries, and with the ball also he ended up with 5 wickets in the entire match. For 1 wicket in the first innings, where Manav Suthar bowled the majority of the overs, whereas in the second innings, where Shubman Gill entrusted Washington Sundar for bowling more overs, he picked up 4 wickets and did not disappoint his captain. So Washington Sundar is also growing as a Test cricketer, and the way he bowled on day 3, it was a commendable effort from Washington Sundar as well. So this Indian team is also taking shape, and Sitanshu Kotak was asked whether this batting unit, this bowling unit, is looking like the front line bowling attack or a batting attack as an entire unit, and he said, of course, Ravindra Jadeja, Jasprit Bumrah, they will come into the scheme of things when they take on Sri Lanka. But overall, this is a very good batting unit, and the players have started to take responsibility. There were some shortcomings as well. If you talk about Yashasvi Jaiswal with the bat, if you talk about Dhruv Jurel with the bat, they would have ideally liked to score at least a half century, if not a century, which Sitanshu Kotak also said that Rishabh, he talked about Rishabh Pant at length, and we will discuss it in the next point. But it was a very good batting track, at least in the first 2 days, and that is where Yashasvi and Dhruv Jurel would be a tad disappointed. Number for 3 talking point has to be Rishabh Pant. Yes, I said he missed out on a century, but Sitanshu Kotak said possibly he missed out on a double century. There was no pressure whatsoever from the team management to make Rishabh Pant play in a certain way. He batted the way he always bats. Sitanshu Kotak says he likes to play with the minds of the bowler. He smashed 3 sixes in an over as well, but his defensive game is so strong. He has been a big match winner. The team management would like to make him play or allow him to play the way the condition, the match situation is feeling like. So Rishabh Pant also a big positive, and his keeping is also improving day by day. And Rishabh Pant, despite being stripped off as a vice captain, he remains one of the biggest match winners, and of course a leader in that dressing room. Now let's come to another talking point, Washington Sundar. Like I said earlier, he's growing as an all-rounder. He's taking that responsibility. He's showing that maturity. And since the retirement of Ravichandran Ashwin, and let's be honest, there are not many off spinners, high quality off spinners in domestic cricket, right arm off spinners, and that is where Washington Sundar is growing every day as an off spinner as well. If you look at the way he bowled in the second innings, he was getting that drift, he was putting more revolutions on the ball so that he can extract that bounce and turn off the surface, and which he got, and that is why he picked up 4 wickets in the second innings. So a comprehensive performance by Washington Sundar, 50 runs with the bat, 5 wickets with the ball. So overall, if you look at Team India's performance, it was an overall show, not only by a few mere individuals. So India would be very, very happy with the way they performed here. Sitanshu Kotak was also asked about Rohit Sharma and Hardik Pandya, how their fitness is going, what is the update regarding Rohit Sharma and Hardik Pandya, and Sitanshu Kotak said they should be fine, although he does not have an exact update on what the physios are saying from the Center of Excellence, but he said they should be fine in time of the ODI series. And the Indian team is scheduled to have a light practice session day after tomorrow here in New Chandigarh or in Mohali, and we will give you all the updates from that as well. Before going to Dharamshala, they will have one more session under lights in Dharamshala before taking on Afghanistan in the first ODI on the 13th of June. So these are the major takeaways, and he was also asked about Vaibhav Suryavanshi, how excited he's to work with Vaibhav Suryavanshi in the UK tour. Sitanshu Kotak said, he has done incredibly well, and he has not coached him as of now, but he has seen him done exceedingly well in emerging series, for his state teams, for his IPL team, so and for India A as well. So he would like him to continue the way he continues, and if they observe something in his batting, then they are always there to help Vaibhav Suryavanshi with the bat as well. So a word of trust from the batting coach on Vaibhav Suryavanshi as well. But overall, if we talk about the test match from Afghanistan, not too many takeaways there. Application with the DRS was extremely poor. Yes, we can say the umpiring was outrightly mediocre in this test match, but at the same time, if you see some of the DRS calls which Afghanistan did not take were poor as well. But Rahmat Shah scoring that half century, becoming the first Afghan player to score 1000 test runs, it is a big positive. Salim Safi's 6 for in the first innings was equally good for a pacer to do that. Is in Indian condition in this heat. He needs to be given all the credit that he deserves. But Afghanistan, they suffered their biggest test defeat here against India. Their previous heaviest defeat was against India again in 2018 in Bengaluru. But India showcased what test cricket is all about, and registered their biggest win in regards to an innings win in test cricket. So let us know what your positives were from this test match in the comment section below. Like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Revsportz for all the coverage related to this India Afghanistan series and from the sporting world as well. Thank you so much.